Right, good morning. Beautiful winter's morning here in Joburg. I got my washing hanging out. And you know why I'm showing you that? It's Nikki Phoenix, by the way. Uh, Listen, welcome to my YouTube channel. And it's Monday morning. And I just listened to a girl called Kayla Carlisle. You know, we're all obsessing on YouTube at the moment. I think this is where the information age, the tacky is really hitting the tar, like we say in South Africa. The tacky is hitting the tar because nobody's listening to excuse me, conventional news outlets anymore. We are all targeting online specific YouTube and other sites the subject matters that we choose to seek. It's not, we can't be dictated to anymore. And we see all conventional news outlets with a huge pinch of salt. So, anyway, Kayla Carlisle, what a sweetie young girl. Found her on YouTube. She came into my algorithm, obviously. And she has just amped up the ante for me in terms of affirmation. This is right what I'm doing. I feel like such an asshole sometimes, like blabbing on camera in front of you, sharing my heart, my soul with you. But actually, she just opened the door to that 100%. Because of AI, we are becoming acutely hungry for authenticity, for realness. And you know what I love about what she said, which just shows you don't put on pretenses, be you. Well, that feeds into that beautiful old saying, be yourself, everyone else is taken. Yeah, that is probably the greatest wisdom anybody could ever give you. I mean, hello, my YouTube channel is called True to Self, and that is getting affirmed and affirmed and affirmed. I just did it on the spur of the moment that it just felt right for me, but it is being so affirmed. What was I telling you? Kayla Carlisle. Oh, she gave me permission. She said the big thing that she was warning for, which is a huge warning, just shows you how you can go down the wrong track so easily. You can be doing the right thing, but in the wrong way. And then you have to reverse and you get trimmed back because, to be clear, because if I'm going to add lib with you, I at least need to clarify my points and conclude them so that you know what I'm saying. She put out a warning. Kayla Carlisle said she's seeing influencers and people on YouTube just suddenly disappear because they are not being themselves. They're getting bought out commercially. And so they're seeking the money, they get the following, they seek the money, then the money takes over their site and they lose their inspiration and they lose their following. And whether they opt out or whether the system pushes them out, the end result is the same. It's not sustainable. The only thing that is sustainable is you, is being yourself. So this is me being myself. Okay. And I'm invested in the philosophy and well, I think it would be a bit rude to say religion. It's not the religion of self. The problem with saying that is that it can be so twisted. It is ultimately the religion of self, it's the religion of God through the self. Why did God make you you? I want you. I want you, the real you. I don't want the narcissistic you. I don't want the afraid you. I don't want the I'm screwed up. Oh, yeah, I do want the screwed up you, actually. And I want to say that because I want you to not be afraid to be screwed up. Don't be afraid to be screwed up, confused, lost. Admit that you don't know. And that's why I want to show up authentically in this space, because I want to help people be themselves. Is that a feasible or noble pursuit? I think so. I get a little bit jerked up actually when I even think of it. That's the mission I want. I want to help people be themselves, because I want to help you and give you permission in the same way that Carla just gave me permission to just like open the door, be real, blab, be ugly if you need to, just be you, because this is how we explore who we are. I want to be there for people with their true selves. Nobody wants falsity anymore. And I think that's the flip side of this AI revolution, is that in a weird way, think about it, in a weird way, artificial humans are stealing our ego. Think about it. Artificial humans is stealing our false ego, our false ego. So AI is exposing us in that sense. I mean, thank you, Lord. Hey, God is a genius. I'm sorry. This is incredible. Artificial humans, AI, artificial intelligence, is mirroring our false selves so perfectly and doing it better than us that it leaves no room for us to be our false selves anymore. We have to move out of that into being our authentic self, which is what we should be in the first place. There's no more pretenses anymore, people. You can't pretend anymore. Everything is being exposed. And this is nothing what I was thinking of talking about today, by the way. I was actually going to talk about, well, it's kind of related, the sermon at church yesterday, but I'm really loving where this rabbit hole is going. Yeah, think about it, because I'm in thinking about AI and I'm loving it. And then some people are hating it and so fearful. And listen, you can't be naive. We're not, but to embrace something, there's always a pros and cons. So just be awake, aware, and assess like anything else. But I think it would be foolish not to embrace everything that AI has to offer right now. It's like being given this extremely high powered machine. And if you're afraid of it and you don't want to ride the horse, well, you're not going to get to the next town as quickly, are you? You're going to just be carrying on foot. But if you get on that AI horse and you learn to ride it like a jockey, yeah, obviously you can come off. Obviously there can be all sorts of train smashes in the system, and that is something we all have to put our minds together. I think it's going to precipitate an exponential growth in the spiritual revolution, meaning the moral and discovery of moral law, and a recreation of social construct, because we need that. The vacancy is now, it's just going to shine a huge spotlight on the vacancy of our moral and social law. It's just vacant. The old world has fallen away. We've thrown the baby out with the bathwater. We have no social construct anymore. And anyway, we have multiple globalist mentality and thinking now that we have to, it's multicultural. So every culture has its different social laws and structures and moral ideas, and it's all in this huge big melting pot. What are we going to do? That's coming up for big inspection. That's part of the spiritual revolution. So I just feel so chatty today because Carla gave me that open door policy. It's just fabulous. This just gives me, I don't edit my videos. I don't. I just want to set it up, and I just happen to be blessed with this beautiful home, and I can sit around in any beautiful spaces. And I want to connect with you, and somehow, somewhere, I want to be making a living doing this walking by your side, helping you be you. How can I do that? If you've got any ideas, I mean, obviously I need to set up the machinery. This is what I'm in the process of doing right now. I need to put some links there. If you want to donate to my channel, for example, if you love listening to my content, um, I need to get those. Nobody can support me financially if I don't give them the means to do so, right? So those are all the things I'm working on. I love the idea that Alex Hormozy, I'm sure you've also heard of him. The people at the cutting edge right now, as far as I can tell, are saying they're answering a question I've had for some time. Do I give away all my knowledge? Because isn't that where the wealth lies? That I sell the knowledge? No, it's not. It's not. And I love it. And I love that I've entered this space latently, because then the movement, as it were, the online information movement is now moving into, no, you don't sell information. Because I always had a moral issue with, how do I sell information that God gave me? You know, it's free. It's like water. It's like oxygen. You know, it's like the government trying to charge you for oxygen or taking water out of the river. It's ridiculous. It's not my information. It's God's information. It's life's information. I'm not comfortable charging for that. It's like there's a mismatch in integrity there. There's a problem. And that's brilliant, because Alex Hormozy says it's not where it is anymore. Give away all the information for free. So I'm just telling you, if you want to know anything, this is the exact trend that is going on in the information age right now in 2026. All information is open source. Open source. I think that's why Elon Musk called his AI platform open source. But then, of course, they closed it, as far as I know. They then privatized it and are making money out of it. But open source knowledge, information is free. It's like spiritual oxygen. It's what you do with that knowledge. And so in terms of me making money from the information age and seeking to make a living doing this, give away all my knowledge. That is exactly what I'm doing. I give away and yes, so I will be teaching and moving into those teaching. Got my little whiteboard. Maybe I'll use it tomorrow to do the spiritual teaching and rationale. I'm going to share it all with you. And then that's how you build relationships. That's how, if you love what I'm saying, and this is coming from me, there's no spiritual cost to me, because it's from my heart and it's from my relationship with God and with life. And then I'm sharing this with you because I'm gifted. It's a gift from God, and I'm giving it to you for free. But if you want support in using that information and making it work for you in your life, that's where you can pay me. That's where you can pay me, because that's where my time comes in. We can have conversations every week. We can do a workshop. We can do webinars, all that stuff that people do, just connect via all those means. I can work with you for 3 months. I can work for you for 6 months, whatever the case may be, because we all need accountability partners. We all need support. This Western secular culture that we've created is not conducive to healthy human life, because all we've done is created cells, cell phone cells. That's why it's called a cell phone. We're all in a jail. We're isolated individuals. Life doesn't work like that. That's not life. That's false ego. We all make these little baby empires. Even if you're successful, you've created an empire, but you're isolated. You're lonely. It's not fulfillment. That's not connection. That's not doing your life purpose. No, it doesn't work. And I think I'm explaining myself better right now. The swimming pool just came on. Swimming pool pump. Sounds like I live in a palace. do have a nice house, but I'm very poor at the moment. Um, but yeah, that's not living life. That's not living your purpose. Um, and that's what I want to help people do. Help people identify what they understand about life, identify who God is to them, clear their emotions to get access to that language to God, and have a rational, practical, and mystical experience with life, who is God, and fill their heart's desire with the thing that they love the most, because the way you were made and created, the way you were made and created is how we want to experience you, how the world wants to experience you. We don't want to experience you suffering, scrambling for money, not being yourself. We want what God gave you. That's what we want. How's that for an interesting thing? I want you to give me what God gave to you, because it's your gift to the world. That it's meant for me. It's meant to be shared with me. And you know everything that is, just as I know everything that God gave me as my gift. Well, that's obviously part of the life journey. You've got to uncover, well, what is that gift? Lord, why did you make me? Why am I here? What am I doing here? Who am I? You've got to answer those fundamental questions. And there's many, many ways to do that. Um, and that's the journey I want to hold your hand on in doing, to help you share with the world what you were made to do. And I'm greedy for that. I'm hungry for why you are here. Please come and share with me, because this is how we're going to build the new world, with all of our joint talents, all of our joint talents. And talking about it is my life purpose, encouraging you, supporting you, understanding how to get there. That's my purpose. That's the true me. This is Nikki. And the name God gave me, Nikki Phoenix. It's not my real name, it's my spiritual name. Phoenix. You burn your old self up and you give birth to your new self, and through the fire and the flames of your old self, your false ego. This is Christ. This is Christ teaching. There is a renewal of mind, a renewal and release of mind, where you are living no longer in the secular sense for just yourself, but for life itself. You are living for life itself in a state of freedom and a freedom of expression. So I am, today, after listening to Carla, I'm giving myself 100% permission to just talk to you however I want to every day, because I know it has value, and I want you to be you and bringing you. And I haven't talked anything about the sermon yesterday because it was also all about the self. I'm becoming obsessed with this philosophy of self, the spiritual philosophy of self. I was like, oh no, how can you stand up there and say that stuff and it conflate the selves? That's all they're basically doing. They're conflating the false self with the true self. And the church never preaches about the true self, which is what Christ came to teach us. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So, love you. Have a beautiful day. And I hope that made sense. And tomorrow I'm going to bring my little whiteboard and, I don't know, think of something nice to show you that is useful. Maybe we just start with the self. Have a gorgeous day. Love you. Bye.